Roger Federer has hit some unbelievable shots throughout his tennis career, but none as viral or hard to believe as the bottle trick shot he pulled off while filming a commercial for Gillette in 2010. This behind-the-scenes clip of the Swiss maestro's unmatched tennis skill would do far more than charm audiences, leaving the world buzzing with skepticism, helping to salvage a brand in crisis, and propelling Federer to become the wealthiest athlete in the world. So how did it happen? By 2006, Federer was the best a man could get in tennis, so there was no better face to represent Boston-based razor and men's care product company, Gillette. Tiger Woods, by then the greatest living golf player, was already signed on as a Gillette brand ambassador. Woods and Federer, the top talents in their respective sports, developed a mutual admiration for each other, and Federer's agent, Tony Godsick, wanted to leverage that connection to help Federer secure his own lucrative Gillette sponsorship. Woods was invited to Federer's player box at the US Open final that year, and had a front row seat to watch the world number one win his third consecutive Grand Slam title at Flushing Meadows. With a now strengthened public association between the two stars, Gillette enlisted Federer for their new marketing campaign the following year. On February 4th, 2007, the company announced the launch of its Champions program, fronted by Federer, Woods, and French football star Thierry Henry. As three of the most successful and beloved male athletes on the planet, Gillette's new promotional campaign seemed a guaranteed success that would bolster the brand for years to come. But it turned out to be anything but. A lackluster 2008 commercial featuring the company's three stars was voted the worst ad of the year by British industry magazine Campaign, whose editor described the end result as an own goal, a double fault, and a bunker shot rolled into one. But things would only get worse as the company's clean-shaven star faces became marred in public controversy the following year, in what became known as the Gillette curse. In 2009, a serious car crash and the revelation of his long-term marital infidelity soon after would permanently damage Tiger Woods' public image and lead to a decline in his golf dominance. Meanwhile, Thierry Henry's controversial handball goal that ended Ireland's chance to qualify for the 2010 World Cup would lead to severe public backlash against him. As for Federer, his aura of invincibility on the tennis court began to wane when he suffered a dramatic defeat at the US Open final, ending his 5-year winning streak, and later, another surprise defeat at the Tour and ATP finals. With two of their stars now disgraced in the public eye, and Federer no longer the top dog in men's tennis, Gillette ended up scrapping their Champions program altogether, not renewing their contracts with Woods or Henry, which left Federer as their sole brand ambassador by the end of 2010. The company was in desperate need of a clean stroke to wipe away its negative publicity, and soon enough, that's exactly what Federer provided them. It was in August of 2010, while in his home country of Switzerland, filming an ad for Gillette's new partnership campaign with the British Skincare Foundation charity, that Federer decided to mimic another iconic Swiss hero, William Tell. But rather than shooting a red apple off the top of someone's head, he instead chose to serve at a red can with his trademark pinpoint precision, twice. The clip of Federer's deft trick shot spread like wildfire, gaining over 1 million views in just 2 days, and leaving the internet in awe of Federer's irreplicable skill with the tennis racket. But the question inevitably arose: was this a genuine demonstration of the maestro's tennis racket, or merely a well-devised promotional stunt? Gillette's official answer? Leaving it up to the viewers to decide for themselves. Even when Federer was asked about the shot soon after, he said, "A magician doesn't reveal his tricks." It was a trick that many of his fellow tennis stars failed to solve, as they attempted the Gillette shot in their own parodies and public appearances, and one that Federer and Gillette capitalized on with great success, as they produced a series of ad campaigns over the following years, including commercials leading up to the Summer Olympic Games in 2012, and another one featuring the Swiss star alongside equally beloved Lionel Messi. Federer raked in an estimated $2.7 million a year with Gillette, and by 2013, the culmination of his many lucrative endorsements led him to become the second highest paid athlete in the world, showing how the Gillette shot may have actually been the best thing to happen for his brand. So was this all part of some corporate master plan? Well, whether Federer or Gillette intended to, they left a hint in the original viral video. Earlier in the clip, Federer briefly alludes to his views on Hawkeye, the new electronic line judging technology that was soon adopted across many top tennis tournaments. The Swiss star had made no secret of his trust in the accuracy of a human eye over a machine, and although widely considered the best tennis player on the planet, Federer soon gained a reputation as the worst line call challenger on tour. For example, at the 2008 US Open, he had the lowest number of line challenges overturned compared to his competitors, with a mere 18% success rate. So although the footage of his famous Gillette shot may have fooled many human eyes, Federer's greatest enemy, video playback technology, may help to reveal how the shot was staged. Okay, I'm about to try something here never before done on this channel. This video you're watching now was written and edited quite a while ago, but upon rewatching my past work now, I don't quite think I got it right the first time. Here's what I mean. When originally attempting to uncover how exactly this trick was pulled off, I clumsily concluded that Federer was likely miming the serving motion, and that the ball seen in his second attempt was merely added in after the fact with the use of CGI and sound effects. I had deduced this because when studying the video in slow motion, the ball somewhat disappears from view in this exact frame, indicating what I perceived to be some type of camera trickery with the ball. Well, I don't know if I was half asleep or just being lazy when I came up with that theory, because the ball is clearly still in frame, and it very much appears that Roger is in fact hitting a real tennis ball. So scratch all that. Here's a far more coherent take on what likely happened. An aspect of the entire video that stands out for being quite strange is that instead of consistently capturing the entire scene, the bumbling videographer constantly pans back and forth between Federer and the participant in a nauseating manner. A camera technique I'd maybe expect from my mom, not from the professional Gillette team on staff, regardless of the fact that the clip was seemingly a candid, behind-the-scenes take. I bring this up because as a result of the shaky camera movement, the participant is periodically hidden from view, particularly immediately before and immediately after the first attempt, as well as slightly before and immediately after the second attempt. So while I do concede that the video was likely shot in one take, my theory is that the participant was not actually in frame for either of Federer's serves, and he instead ducked out of the video at this point before the first serve and at this point before the second serve, only to hop right back in here and here. Okay, but how does that work? Two clues. Firstly, the set itself is a giveaway. The white photography backdrop is overlaid on top of what I believe to be a giant green screen. It's likely that the participant filmed his two water bottle scenes separately in front of the exposed green screen, and that a string attached to the water bottle mimicked the action of a ball hitting it. Thanks to some fancy editing, that clip could realistically be superimposed onto the final video where Roger serves at essentially nothing, completing the effect. The second clue I found to possibly add credence to this theory is that right after the second and final serve, the participant appears to move towards Federer to congratulate the maestro on not murdering him. But after showing us nothing but the ball for a second, the camera pans up to reveal the participant awkwardly standing still, and further back than he was before, indicating that he stepped back into the scene not quite where he should have been. Is it a perfect theory? No, but if you think you can do better, let me know down in the comments. Anyway, let's now cut back to the original video to wrap up. This suspicious editing is what French sports journalist Céline Giraud addressed in a 2015 interview with Federer. Having already parted ways with Gillette by then, and being peppered with relentless questions, Federer was finally forced to admit, "It is possible that I am able to make this shot, but in this case, it wasn't really real." It mattered little though. By the end of the decade, Federer became Forbes' highest-earning athlete in 2020, cementing himself as the most profitable name in tennis over a 20-year career of pulling off not only smart business deals, but also plenty of jaw-dropping, genuine shots on the court. Like a good magician, Federer never revealed the details behind his trick with Gillette, but if this random guy on YouTube can pull off the shot, it's not hard to believe that Federer could if he actually tried.